My name is Sondra Chamberlain, and my husband Todd and I moved to Tacoma over 10 years ago and helped to start and plant Soma Tacoma. And we have 3 little boys, and we live in South Tacoma, and our missional community is reaching the Whitman neighborhood and Lincoln High School. And it is completely crazy and fun. We have like 20 adults in our missional community and about 15 kids, and it can get completely chaotic, but totally worth it at the same time. I think one of the things that I have learned being on mission as a mom and with my kids and my husband is how much I need Jesus. I think as moms, we wake up in the morning and we go and take care of everyone. And I think we need to just stop in the moments of our day and pray and just depend on Jesus in the small things and the big things, and caring for our kids well, caring for our neighbors well, caring for ourselves well. There's so many areas where we just need to be like, I need you in this moment. Jesus, help me. Another thing I've learned is how important it is to have a community of moms. So having a group of moms that I can go to and say, hey, can you run to the grocery store for me? I forgot this. Or can you pick up my kids from school? I'm running late. And just having that working together so that we can care well for one another and our kids and care for our husbands. And I just think that part of living life together is super important for moms. Another thing is the honesty. I think as moms, we need to be really real with one another. And I know for my husband and I, before we moved to Soma Tacoma, that was one of the things we desired in community. Was we wanted to raise our kids in a community that was super real and open and honest about where we're at and how we're doing and what's going on in our hearts, and what do we need to learn from one another. And I think as moms, we need to be real about that and be like, I almost lost it with my kid, or what do I do in this situation? I need your help and advice. I need your prayer. I need your wisdom. Another struggle is caring for yourself well. I think as moms, we go, and we care for everybody else, and we don't always stop and process what God's teaching us or listen to what God's teaching us that's new. We just don't take that time. And I think that as moms, we need to take that time, whether it's like, okay, I'm going to run errands by myself, or I'm going to grab a friend and we're going to run errands together with no kids and talk and listen to each other and push into each other and encourage each other. I think some of the fruit I have seen is seeing my kids on mission with us. Right now, we're reaching Lincoln High School, and so we're around a lot of teenagers, and especially like these huge football players, and my kids think that's pretty awesome. And we'll show up to Lincoln, and my kids will walk through the hall and like pump fist the football players, and my kids they don't know any different. I mean, we've lived in Tacoma over 10 years, and we didn't have kids when we moved here, and now we have 3, and they don't know any different. This is how we live life. Like, we look out for our neighbors. We care for the little boys in our neighborhood that don't have great family life and don't have moms that put Band-Aids on their knees when they fall off their bikes. And I think that my kids don't know the difference, but yet I see little pieces of fruit in them as well. Like my oldest son, Noah, he knows that he has a super soft heart to care for the kids in the neighborhood. And he'll come in and be like, they didn't eat dinner today, Mom. I'll be like, okay, I guess we can make some extra food tonight for them as well. And it's just such a huge blessing to be able to live on mission with your kids. Another fruit is that being on mission as moms, like, we get to work together. I think of the times that I've met a mom at the park, or somebody else in our community has met a mom at the park and they're not a believer, and we get to kind of work together to care for this mom, and that can look, it's such an amazing thing. We've seen moms come to know Jesus just because of, I meet somebody and then I introduce this person to all these other believing moms who love Jesus and love their kids, and we get to come around this other mom and care for her, and that's a huge, amazing thing that we've seen over the years, God using moms on mission. And then God uses moms in the everyday details of life, like just being at your house and the neighbor kids know you're a stay-at-home mom, and they can pop in and say, hey, I need this, or I'm I fell off my bike, I need a Band-Aid. Or the other day, this little boy in our neighborhood fell and like chipped half his tooth out. And instead of going home to his mom, which is a block away, he came to my house instead. And I was like, you need to actually go see your mom this time. You need to go to the dentist. But I just think of the everyday opportunities I have, even if it's just running to the grocery store and being friendly to people, getting to know people at the grocery store, being at my kids' school. They go to public school, and it's one of the not tested schools in Tacoma, but my kids go there, and I'm there a lot, and the kids know me, the teachers know me, and it's just the everyday little opportunities that you can take to show Jesus to people. I think God gives us so many opportunities in a day, and we're out running errands, we're at the school, we're, interacting with other moms in our neighborhood, in our community, and I feel like God calls us to take those moments and point people to Jesus, and living in the details of the everyday, God wants us to call people to Him, and you can do that with the checker at the grocery store, or you can do that with the barista that you pick up your coffee from, and the teachers at school. And I think that that's probably my biggest advice to moms, is to take every single opportunity of every day to point people to Jesus.